guys, it's Mr. Leonidas here. Hope you're doing well. In this video review, I'll be showing you the hardcore hardware of Australia tactical pen model TWI-02. Stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm going to take a closer look at the HHA TWI-02 tactical pen, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about the distinguishing features of this tactical pen. First and foremost is the recessed thumb crown, and what this does, it allows you to rest your thumb in there comfortably when you're doing heavy and solid strikes on an object or a person, and this allows you to safely set your thumb in there without injury. Also, it's good for palm type strikes. If you rest the cap of the pen in your hand, you can strike forward, and that gives you protection in your palm. You're not going to get injured from a spike or something coming out, and that is where this pen distinguishes itself from others on the market of other tactical pens out there right now, is that recessed thumb crown, and you don't see that very often, but that's a really smart design by HHA, so I really got to give it to them. That's just a really good idea. On a lot of tactical pens, you'll see a glass breaker and a really pointy end. On this one, you don't see that. It's still a very useful striking weapon as a tactical pen, just not as dangerous to you, which is really cool. Next up, the feature is the steel pocket clip with the HHA logo. Looks really cool. Definitely has seen some wear. And then you have the steel ball bearing in the point of the pen, which has also taken some wear, but the integrity is held up overall. It's a really robust tip on this pen. Now that you've seen the outside of it, and where you can see where it's seen some wear and tear, is an anodized black finish, but I've been carrying it for quite some time now, so it has definitely seen some wear. I'll go and unscrew it, and there's the actual interior of the pen. It does have rubber O-rings on the inside of the cap, which okay, got to look at that inside the cap, and then inside of the pen itself. Now, what another feature that separates itself from other pens is the snap-on cap, and it's very easy to work with here. Very nice. This is probably one of the most functional tactical pens I've ever used, and overall, size-wise, it's 5.8 inches long, so pretty standard to other tactical type pens. The weight is 1.8 ounces. It is very lightweight. The body housing is made of aluminum, but you do have that steel ball bearing tip. You have a steel pocket clip. But overall, this is an extremely robust tactical pen. Really impressed with it. It uses a standard Parker and Fisher space pen refills. I'm going to show you how to refill the pen. Just going to unscrew the tip from the main housing. There's my refill. There's going to be a small spring that goes over the tip of the refill. Make sure not to lose that. There is a rubber O-ring. Drop the refill back in. And there you go, all set. Really easy to work with, not a problem. Okay, so now you've seen the pen in action. You've seen how rugged it really is. We're taking a closer look at it, some of the specifications. Now I'm going to conclude this video with some final thoughts of maybe what I really like about this pen and maybe a few things that I don't. First and foremost, I want to talk about that recessed crown again, that this certainly separates and distinguishes itself from other tactical pens out there in the market. It's just really safe for the pocket clip. The steel ball bearing tip is pretty wicked, really heavy duty, and it's a very light pen, being an aluminum frame, and that's a really good feature for me. Something I don't like is the threading works really well, but I've noticed if you don't get it down really snugly and firmly when it's in your pocket, it can come a little loose, and sometimes I've noticed it's jostling around. So that's something to look at for with this pen. It definitely is showing some signs of wear. That's not a big deal for me. I mean, it makes sense because it's resting a lot of times against a knife or a tactical flashlight, other metallic type objects. Definitely not a big deal. But overall, yeah, I definitely like it. It's really in a good price range right now. This pen's going about $40 to $50, so it's really not going to break the bank for a tactical pen. And I really feel like you get what you pay for. So all in all, I mean, I really have to vouch for this pen. I mean, just a really good design, construction overall, and good price. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you can comment, I'd love to read it. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. So, Mr. Leonidas, signing out.